Today, Precarious plays
Hades. You keep talking about Crypt of the Necrodancer and how much you enjoy that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you keep saying, like, I enjoy it just like you enjoy Hades.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got some good news, bad news. I've got news that is great for me, but runs counter to your point, to the point you're trying to make.
Yeah.
This game is small potatoes on the joyometer compared to another game I've been playing recently.
Yeah.
That I adore. It regularly makes me burst into like every kind of laughter, you know, like
just like honest laughter.
Yeah, like honest, like belly chuckles, or sort of like malicious, cathartic, like yeah laughter. Just like shocked, kind of like embarrassed. What is it? Schadenfreude?
Oh,
laughter?
yeah.
Just all the different kinds of joy that one can experience. For me, it can be found in one game that I've started playing in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame that I didn't have this available to me in my life sooner.
Yeah.
It's Yakuza 0.
Right. That game, I've seen parts of it.
Yakuza? Yakuza. Yakuza.
Yeah, those are all the syllables. I don't know what rhythm you should say them in, but you got all of them. But when you started playing it, I was like watching it like a TV show over your shoulder because it was like a silly drama, kind of a dramedy. It was very engaging to sort of like backseat watch over your shoulder, and then I kind of like got distracted. Wow, story of my life. Anyways, but it was pretty funny, the slices of it that I saw. And I think the most funny thing was like the character that you were playing as was just like a very tall guy for the environment he was in, and just looked ridiculous. I mean, not in a super cartoonish way, but in a way that was just so subtle, and yet like, oh man, this guy's like head and shoulders taller than everybody he knows.
Thanks to you. You take care, hon.
A lot of the Yakuza are built that way, though. You basically have like seemingly normal everyday people.
Yeah.
Like just Japanese townsfolk, I guess.
Yeah.
And then organized crime, and they're all super statuesque, tall.
So everybody,
like they should resolve everything with basketball instead.
I was just gonna say, everybody who didn't make the cut for pro basketball
Turn to organized crime.
Yeah.
That is a shame.
I mean, when you're built, you know, sometimes you gotta use those muscles for something. But, and the outfits.
Always a pleasure, Karen.
Oh, the outfits.
That's a relief.
What time does it take place in? Because the thing is that environment is so, I mean, very literally foreign to me.
I think it was in the late 1980s, early 1990s.
Okay, so that makes it feel a little less crazy, because I see it. I see it. But, like, I don't know what you wanted to talk about, but I was pretty blown away by the tiny fragment of it that I saw. I mean, I think you were singing karaoke for a little while.
There isn't any part of it that I wouldn't want to talk about. I love every element, even the parts that are probably in poor taste.
Oh, yeah.
Like just yesterday, I heard that there were some sleazy elements to it, and I thought, like, I don't know, there's been some questionable stuff where like it's actually kind of sweet in context.
Yeah.
One of the random side missions, you meet a promiscuously garbed woman who is parting ways with a customer.
Yeah.
And he's like, be more mean to me. And she's does a poor job of it, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
And he's like, listen, Akko, was her name Akko? If you can't, not wise up, if you can't rise to the challenge, right?
Uh-huh.
You can't be my dominatrix anymore.
Okay.
And you speak with her, and she's just she's the shy girl that one day she has a realization that none of the relationships in her life were honest because she couldn't assert herself. So she tried to become a dominatrix so she would have a professional incentive
Okay.
for learning how to assert her opinion. And I empathized with that so hard. And I was like, I will help you
With whatever,
you need. Yeah. And I won't describe the whole thing, but it's just it's funny and a little heartwarming and very endearing and very weird.
Okay, so we're just gonna put this in the category of problematic, but I don't know what else I would expect.
Well, no, I don't actually think that one ended up being the problematic one. I feel like the much more problematic thing is what I did last night, and that's when I was like, "Oh, this is where
this is
the sleaziness." You can go to a telephone club, and everything that happens around it is so comical and over the top that I can't evaluate it properly on like a political or social scale. I just look at it and I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
this is what I'm doing. I am all about this for the next 15 minutes, right?
Uh-huh.
So the idea is you go to a telephone club and you sit down at a phone in a tiny little room with very conspicuously placed box of tissues on hand.
Oh.
And a QuickTime event happens whenever...
Oh, no.
No, I'm not going that direction.
Okay.
A QuickTime event happens whenever the phone rings, and if you miss it, Kiryu, his name is hard for me to say because pronouncing all of the syllables, it's Ki and then Ryu, right?
Yeah.
But the way they say it, because they say it so naturally, they kind of like truncate that middle syllable, and I can't do that as effortlessly, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I know how you're supposed to say it, but I can't do it. Anyway, the protagonist, he is so dejected, and it's very anime and over the top and like dark shadows everywhere, and he's just defeated. But if you get the QuickTime event and you answer the phone, it's this dramatic like, hey, and he pulls the phone back, and he nails it, and he like twists his head. He does like this little head cock where he's like, mushy mushy, just this little head flip. It's perfect. And I love every part of it. And then there's this blurred, sexy female form as you are talking to the person, and you have to twist the right stick and play like a little shooting game to represent you trying to keep like your thoughts straight instead of thinking about the pretty girl instead. And then you have to ask them the right thing to keep the conversation going, and I'll just have to show it to you. It's too much to describe with words, but let me just tell you that the end point, a success, right? If this ends successfully, you are shown a heavenly cloudscape and there was a set of double doors, and they swing open to reveal the golden word, love. Because you found it. You've discovered love beyond the heavenly gates. Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
It's going to be.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, look, what I was trying to get to before your incredibly strange story
Of these.
was I
Lord Zeus's strength.
do realize that you are playing a game where like all of your protagonists they start in the realm of members of organized crime institutions, you know? Like, it's already, like, you're not starting in a glowing, clean, virtuous, whatever type of place. You're not starting at love. So, I don't know, like, part of me feels like if it's not a little bit sleazy, like, it would be emitting a large portion of what I would expect, you know? Oof.
Yeah.
The fury of Olympus.
Oh. That it? Okay.
He's mad.
Oh.
So he leaves.
But now, Artemis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Found you, Huntress. Here, in the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Especially for you, Lady Artemis.
Some kind of special message for me. Oh, looks like there's one for everybody on Olympus, then. Felt rather special for a moment there, and now you're making me check in with all the others. Great.
Oh, Artemis. I'm sorry, girl. Like, ow.
I've grated that great in my life.
Yeah.
Really felt that one.